Okay, what I have here today, I'm working on my 300D, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the alternator water pump belt, which is I was riding the other day to the church, and on the way the belt broke and I lost it. As you see, my alternator has no belt, so my water pump, and I had to turn around back, and now I'm here in my garage. I tried to do the search as far as what type of a belt will the 1984 300D Euro manual take, and looks like this is the belt made by Continental, and it's 10 by 1035, so we'll see if it's gonna work. It looks like a correct size, but we'll find out in a moment. And in order to do this, I have to remove two belts. The first one is my power steering belt, and the second one on the bottom there, let me take a flashlight, point out better. The one on the bottom there that you see, that's my air condition compressor belt. And then you see the very inner pulleys, that's the ones without the belt. So in order to have access, I'll have to remove these two belts. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm not going to remove the shroud here. I mean, for now, I'm trying to avoid to remove the shroud and the fan clutch. In order to have, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fish the belt through the fan into inside. And the way I'm going to do this, as you see right there, I'm just going to try to go through the fan here, and I'll try, as you see right now, my belt is on inside right there. But in order to have into the correct spot, I have to remove this too. And first I have to loosen the power steering pump to remove this belt and the compressor belt in order to have the access to install the water pump and alternator belt. Okay, as far as the power steering goes, you can see clearly there is a one bolt here for the adjustment, all right, and there's a second bolt right there on the bottom for the adjustment. This is the fixed bolt. What I did, I loosened all three bolts. As you can see, my power pump, it's moving right now, so I'm going to take the belt off. Alright, so after I loosened the bolts, I had a hard time still removing the belt. And turns out to be there is a hidden bolt, which is your tensioner. This is a 13mm bolt right underneath of your power steering hoses that you go to your steering box. So now, as you see, it's all down, and with one hand I'm going to remove that belt, and you see right there it just came off. So yeah, loosen the three bolts first, and then using the tensioner bolt release the pressure. So now I have a power steering belt, and it looks in a good condition right here that I'm going to reuse. It's already out. And the second one, it would be the air compressor. Some of the older models, I know w123, they have a compressor instead of on the bottom, like mine is right there. They have it on the top, right in this section. You w123 owners know what I'm talking about. So yours would be different than mine, so I have to get underneath and check what can be done as far as the tension on the compressor. As far as the AC compressor, came really easy. There is a large 17 bolt that you see right there, and there's one from the top. I loosened the top one a little bit, and once I loosened this one, all of a sudden I dropped the tension on the AC compressor, and here's my belt. I'm about to pull it out. Okay, and now I pull the AC compressor belt, and it's the 13 by 925 as you see. And just from reference, let's check the other one, the power steering one. The one I have, it's 13 by 1145. And of course the next step, since I have all the access, the moment of truth, I'm about to find out if this belt is the correct one. And I'm trying to fish through. I already have it on the water pump, on the crankshaft, and I'm gonna, as far as the alternator, there is a bolt on the side, and the tensioner is a 13 mil tensioner. Whenever you tension anything, you always have to release the bolts so it moves freely. Otherwise you can break your tensioner, and it doesn't matter. It's the alternator, power steering, or no matter what kind of car you're gonna work on. Okay, it turns out to be this is the wrong belt. With alternator adjustments to be all the way out, the belt is still loose, and this is not the belt for the alternator and water pump. The belt that goes for the AC compressor is way too small, and the one that goes for the power steering pump, it's way too big. So basically I have to go to the store and find the belt that's gonna go somewhere in the middle between these two belts. Alright, that's it for this video, and I'll make another one once I get the correct belt.